For the third consecutive year, Dave Campbell's Texas Football and Whataburger are proud to honor the best and the brightest stars in Texas high school football through the Whataburger Super Team. For the 2020 season, Texas high school football fans across the state nominated more than 5,000 players, resulting in more than 300,000 ballots on texasfootball.com. And out of all of those, 40 outstanding athletes rose to the top to be named with this unique honor. And today we are here celebrating Super Team winner, Mr. Tommy Brockermeyer, but unfortunately he's unable to join us today because he's already at the University of Alabama preparing for the fall season. But nonetheless, the show must go on, right? Still got to celebrate him. And joining us today, we have Fort Worth All Saints head football coach, Coach Aaron Beck, and our Whataburger representative, Miss Chelsea Peel. First of all, I want to thank you guys for being here and celebrating Tommy and all of his wonderful accomplishments. So without further ado, Coach Beck, we'll go ahead and begin with you. Kind of knowing how prestigious this award really is, how special was it for you and your coaching staff to see Tommy claim a spot on the Whataburger Super Team?
Yeah, Mallory, thank you very much. And it was, it's always, there's so many individual honors in athletics and football because there's so many numbers and roster spots, but we all celebrate and everybody wins, when something like this comes down the road for any player. And our entire team and coaching staff and you know what, let's just call it what it is. There's no better, we have this argument all the time. There's no better burger than Whataburger anyway. So to win, and make the Whataburger Super Team, I think our entire team, we went to Whataburger and celebrated that with the family and our players and everybody was extremely excited for Tommy. And if I'm sorry he's not here today because you get the vibe, he's such a humble kid, wonderful football player, wonderful football family, but everyone was super excited for him.
And Coach, kind of speaking of his family, you had the pleasure of coaching all four of Tommy's brothers, all four Brockermeyer brothers. So what was that kind of like, getting to see that family and kind of honestly helping raise them into being the football players that they are?
Well, starting with Jack was the oldest, and I think I've been at All Saints going on 15 years. So Jack was probably in the second grade, and then Luke was next, and Luke's currently playing at the University of Texas, linebacker, a really good player. And then Tommy and James, the twins, came through, not to embarrass them when they watched this, but they were in diapers, I think, still when I got here. So I really got to watch them grow up. Their dad, Blake, played at UT, first round draft pick, and Blake coached here with us as well for 10 years. And Mom, Christy, wonderful people, wonderful family. It's just a true delight to get to be somewhere long enough where you get to go through that matriculation as kids grow and watch that unfold. So it has been a true blast. I got a letter from the twins. I think they've been there about a week or two, and just really, really special. The whole family and the experience has been, in the last year, it's just been a whirlwind. I'm just thankful we got to play. When you have a team like that and you've got a roster spot and Mallory, we mentioned earlier, quarterback at Michigan State and SMU commits Monte Dawson and Paul Breedlove to Air Force and all these guys. We're just thankful we got to play, and watching Tommy and James go through that and end up at Alabama, we couldn't be more excited.
Absolutely. I couldn't have said it better myself. And Miss Peel, we're going to throw it over to you. What does it mean for Whataburger to, be able to show their support in local Texas high school football teams?
Well, Texas high school football and Whataburger, they go hand in hand. Everybody goes it's all on Friday nights. You go to the game, you go to the high school football game, and then you go to Whataburger after. So that's really big for us too, kind of being a part of the communities that we're in and being a part of the fun, win or lose. You get Whataburger at the end, pairs well with celebrating a win, and it also helps ease the pain for losses. So, all about the culture and all about, being a part of everything that goes on in our communities. It's really special to us.
Absolutely. And kind of going off of that, what does Whataburger kind of hope to accomplish by presenting hardworking student athletes like Tommy this award?
Well, I mean, hopefully it just, helps to continue to encourage them to, want to get this award and, the exposure that it gives them with, Dave Campbell's and the Whataburger name as well. We really like highlighting, people who are doing excellent in their communities. So just, motivation for more athletes to want to win this award.
And Tommy fits that description very well. Yes, I completely agree. Coach Beck, we're going to ask you a couple more questions. Kind of throwing it back to Tommy, what kind of an impact does, Tommy receiving a spot on the 2020 Whataburger Super Team really have on your entire program?
Well, I think it's just another accolade for our coaching staff, our program, and we've had so much, so many wonderful families go through our program over the last timeline here, and we had 20 seniors this year. We signed 12, so we were pretty fortunate in college placement through football here, and at being an independent school. Our athletic program is an attraction to the school. It's like the front porch of the school. It's not the best part of the school, just like your house. It's when you come inside, but when people drive by and they look out front, they notice that. And, to brag on Tommy a little bit more, Tommy, James, Luke, and Jack, all the Brockermeyer boys, they were true student athletes. In other words, they could have gone to play Ivy League football. They could have gone to Stanford. They chose Alabama because, holy cow, who wouldn't, right? If you're an offensive, what a great choice. But having true student athletes in a college prep setting, still able to accomplish, kind of the top of the awards in the state, I think that's pretty special and speaks volumes of what All Saints Episcopal School is all about.
And Coach, you kind of just mentioned this in your last answer, but yeah, speaking of, you've got a couple of high profile guys leaving your roster this coming season. So what can we expect to see from your 2021 squad coming into this new season?
You know what we've got? I think we've got an exciting team. We've got a couple of young quarterbacks that are competing. We've got a dynamic wide receiver in Chris Powell-Freeman that already has offers from A&M and Texas and so many schools, University of North Texas, my alma mater. And so we've got, we're going to be a little bit younger, but offensive line, even though we lost these two guys, our offensive line looks really, really healthy. And we're so ready. We're thankful we got to play last year, but we're ready to get back to a season that might not be as interrupted as last year was. Because quite frankly, and not to be too cliche or corny, we didn't get to go to Whataburger as much as we wanted. Yeah,
I know.
That's a big thing for us. And
what's the deal with that?
Hey, Chelsea was spot on right. It's either happy Whataburger or sad Whataburger. It's all great on a Friday, no matter how you. My son plays football at Colorado School of Mines, and I can tell you where the last Whataburger is leaving the state, up outside of Amarillo, right when you head into New Mexico, because we have to make that stop when we're heading up that direction. So, it's all wonderful.
That's awesome.
Well, Coach Beck, since we're already talking about it, I need to know, what is your go-to Whataburger order after a Friday night home game or away game if you're in the area?
So I'm old school, but my go-to is the number one, which actually double meated, cheese, mustard, hold the onions, and onion rings. And that's it. I mean, and I don't vary from that. Why mess with perfection? So that's the go-to Whataburger stop.
Hey, yeah, like you said, you can't mess with perfection. Number one might be simple, but it's dang good, right?
That's right.
And our Whataburger representative, Miss Peel, what is your go-to Whataburger order?
I mean, mine is, kind of similar. It's my go-to. It's a number 7 or Whataburger Junior with cheese, fries, and a Diet Coke. Pretty simple, but that's what I've always liked.
That sounds real good. It's just past lunchtime. We might go get another one.
Yes, get a good little snack.
Absolutely. Well, guys, on behalf of Whataburger and Dave Campbell's Texas Football, congratulations again to Tommy for being named to our 2020 Whataburger Super Team, and wish him the best of luck next season at Alabama. Coach Beck, we appreciate the time that you carved out to help celebrate Tommy and this accomplishment. And of course, Ms. Peel, thank you to you and your team at Whataburger for the support of the 2020 Whataburger Super Team.